I was having a conversation with God, right? None of y'all asked don't have a conversation with God? Okay. Yeah, so I was having a conversation with God, right? Okay. You know, prayer is conversation too. Nobody can pray? Okay. I was having a conversation with God, right? Okay. And I said, God, if you gave me the power to change anything, this world would be great. Because the first thing I would change would be my bank account.
Let's talk about it.
And it would own a lot more zeros. I said I want to have all the superpowers of all my favorite superheroes. I want to be more famous than Barack Obama on election day, and every time I put on my turning signal to change lanes, other cars would slow down instead of speed up just to get in my way. There wouldn't be no such thing as fashionably late. There would only be a such thing as fashionably early or on time, and people, dumb-ass people, stop stopping at yield signs, police, would remember that their job is to protect and serve and not just serve you a ticket. It'll no longer be bumper-to-bumper traffic on my side of the highway just because somebody decides to rubberneck and pay attention to the accident on the opposite side of the highway. I changed the mind of these young men so they would know that it ain't no fun on either side of the gun just because it's called gunplay. I changed the mind of these young men so they would know that it ain't no fun on either side of the gun just because it's called gunplay. Help these young women realize by opening up their thighs don't make no young man stay, and then open up their thighs don't make no young man stay, and then I would change the rhythm of my windshield wipers. Because they never going the speed that I need them to go. They're either going too fast or too slow. I would change the environment by killing all roaches, fleas, and mosquitoes. Change these gas prices and bring them down real low. Every child would be born with an instruction manual because there's a lot of shit that I need to know. I change a lot of these TV shows. I would bring back Mr. Rogers, Lamb Chop Play Along, and the Reading Rainbow. If I had the power to change anything, 2-year-old girls wouldn't have to worry about molesting monsters creeping down their home hallway. We wouldn't always have to look left, right, and left again just to see if our purse is about to be snatched or identity took. And no one would judge us by the way we dress or the way we look. We won't keep looking for handouts with our hands out, but we will have our hands out to lend somebody else a helping hand. And if I could change anything, people would understand the true meaning of their wedding rings. I would change the school systems, and I'm not talking about teachers' pay. I'm talking about the simple fact that these schools care more about the grade of the school than they do the grade of the student. If I could change anything, I still wouldn't change how LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and D-Wade play for the Heat. I wouldn't change my past, how my mother used to lecture me right before she beat me. Wouldn't change heartache because that's one of the reasons we learn so much from our mistakes, and because of mistakes, I wouldn't change God's grace. I wouldn't change the many faces that the moon makes as it directs the stars that tell stories of gods and gladiators. I won't deprive myself of gray skies because there's no comparing beauty when the sun finds gaping holes to shine its light through, and as far as rain goes. Promising rainbows remind us, and as far as rain goes. Promising rainbows remind us that this is as far as rain goes, so I won't go build the ark of worriness. No, I'ma stand firm on the foundation of my prayers. Look forward to falling tears because the fear of not being able to fear is just too frightening. So I pose as if the sky is taking pictures. Every time I see lightning, I will listen. For the sound of thunder as if a loved one is calling, I will embrace. The fear of falling because there's not enough words to express how good it feels to get back up. So I'ma get back up and use hard times as a reminder of my faith, because I know trouble and it doesn't last always. It's a promise to be on tomorrow. So I still wouldn't change the underlying truth that death is just proof that I live my life, so I'm gonna live my life. Until God gives me the power to change anything, then I'll tell him thank you. But everything doesn't need to be changed. Thank you.